David, it could have been a frustrating day. Carrick certainly put us up to it. Took to the 77 minutes to get the breakthrough. 2 quick-fire goals certainly got us back into the game and got the ball rolling.
Yeah, again, you know, conceding the goal in the manner that we did so early on put us on the back foot. We've played Carrick numerous times over the last couple of seasons, and I think they're the best in the league at taking the lane of the restart, taking the time off the clock, and that's not having to go at Stephen and his team. You know, it was previous with Stuart. You've seen it at Windsor. We scored in the 96, 97 minute where they added on time. So we allowed that by going behind. But credit the players, and I know there was a level of toxic nature, let's call it, coming in at half time from the supporters. I get that, but the level of performance in the first half, bar creating the golden chances, bar leading the game at half time, and I said that, I comforted the players at half time. I said, listen, I'm not disappointed. Of course I'm disappointed that we're behind at half time, but we got to believe in each other, a wee bit more belief, get people in the right areas. We got that in the second half, and we turned the scoreline round that we certainly deserved to win today. With the amount of possession and chances, there's a few nervy moments, of course, but anybody that comes to Taylor's Avenue with any opposition club knows that they're going to be in for a tough day.
It took, obviously, getting the 2 goals, and then we got the penalty to seal the game, make it 3-1. But just how frustrating was it for you and for the players when you say with the time wasting, and like it's great character shown from the players to wait for that long to get back into the game?
Yeah, it is, and again, it was great for the players today to sort of reverse a 1-0 losing situation, where there's been many times over the last number of weeks where we've taken the lead and sort of reversed it in a negative way. So we got that off our backs today, in terms of we showed a little bit of character. We fought back in the second half, but say the players don't need to hear at times say, okay, you know, I'm the manager and my coaching staff, etc., and whatever else. I can understand it aimed at me, but let the players get off. Wait for me if that's what it is, because some of it's warranted. Again, last week, you know, I couldn't protect, although I didn't speak after the game, I couldn't protect anybody last week, including myself. I'm the first to admit when we get things wrong, whatever else. But the players regrouped in there. We talked about it, we chatted where we needed to get to, and we've responded in a real positive manner. And if you had to give anybody 3-1 winning down here before the game, I think we'd have certainly took that.
Like you mentioned the fans there, just how important is it for them to be here and have a big backing towards the players?
We have, and again, I've been on record numerous times, you know, I'm the biggest advocate of this football club. I want from top to bottom with the image to be the best it can be. I want a team to be the best it can be. I want a conductor to be the best it can be. And again, of course, as a Linfield supporter, I get frustration 100%. I get that, but some of it's not needed. Sometimes, you know, a little sort of measure of where we are and where we're actually trying to get to. You know, with a turnover of players, with so many players out injured, so many experienced players, some of the younger players stepping into this environment for the first time, and sometimes, although we're not above a level of criticism, but some of it's certainly not needed. Some of it's unwarranted. Sometimes there's a little G-up needed. I get that. We have a huge Linfield fan base, and as I say, I'm proud of the club that we are and the fan base that we have. And if we can add a little bit of satisfaction to them coming today to win the game, that's my job done for today, and I'll move forward to next week. As I say, we want our supporters, we need our supporters. You know, I've read David Jeffrey's articles over the last number of weeks, a man who basically crawled out of here in broken glass with his success, and the success that he brought to this institution of a football club. But there's going to come a time, and there is times in the game, there's times during the game, there's times at half time when we need, you know, of course, the G up, but to done in the correct manner. You know, because again, we don't want to be going into a dressing room, albeit we're losing, beaten at half time. So if we can, and I urge all supporters, and again, if there's some out there, of course, if there's any that do want to come and watch training and see what the players do, because they ask what did the players do during the week. It's not something that we've ever done as a club, but if there is a general concern from many what we try and do during the week and the effort that we try and put into. Nobody wants to turn up on a match day, Saturday, Sunday, Friday night, whenever it is, and lose a game of football. I certainly don't, and I know the players, and I have full faith and belief in the players to take this club hopefully going forward and going in the right direction.
On a positive, win today, 5 points clear at the top of the league, a nice buffer to have so early on.
Probably a negative to many. It's only 5 points. We're still getting there. We're trying to get as many people back as quickly as possible without damaging them for the long term. So what we've had to go with, and I think it's great credit to the players where we are at the minute. We can look at some of the games that have bypassed us at the minute and sort of think, well, we could be 3 better off, we could be 4, 5, 6 better off. I'm sure every single club in the league at the minute are doing the exact same. It's a very competitive league. It's a competitive nature every single time that we play. So I wouldn't say we're delighted with where we are. We're top of the table, but we've still got so much that we need to go improve. And the more we get back, with 1 or 2 back in and around the squads over the last couple of weeks, we're at Seaview 3-4 weeks ago, we had a bunch of kids, and that's not disrespectful to them, but you need your level of options strengthened up on the bench, and I think we're hopefully over the next couple of weeks we can get that.
Back on the sideline today, did you enjoy it?
I did for about the last 15 minutes. I didn't enjoy half time, and again I didn't enjoy the half time walk down again, but part and parcel of being a Linfield manager, I'm there to be shot at, I'm there to be got at, I'm there to be questioned. I've never ever hidden away and shied away from the fact of that. But enjoy being back on the touchline, yes, of course, because that's where you want to be. I didn't pick up a yellow card. There was once or twice that I thought it was curious, let's call it curious, calls from the officials. But I managed to stay on the sideline this week, and I enjoyed the majority of the game, certainly the last part of it anyway.
Well, congratulations on the 3 points today, and thanks very much for taking time out. Thanks, David. Gentlemen.